Week 14 matchup draft. Chris, you're up.
All right, I think what I'm going to start with is the Buffalo Tampa Bay game. Big game for Buffalo. I do think that they could beat Tampa Bay. It's not going to be easy, but one of the things I look at, I also could maybe see Tampa Bay dominating them, blowing them out. And that's where I get into like Josh Allen versus the Bucs pass rush. If he is protected, I do think he'll be able to make some plays against the Tampa secondary that, hasn't been on its P's and Q's here over the last few weeks to where he'll make some plays. But if the Tampa D-line gets after him and they kind of dominate that Bills offensive line, I think it could be a really long day. It really could. It could be, I don't want to say like Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, but something similar to that. If he has time to sit back there and hang and break the pocket and wait a little bit more and do that, then maybe they have a chance to pull off the upset in Tampa Bay. But that's certainly a matchup I'll be watching.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's on my list too. And as I said earlier, this is not coming at a good time for the Bills. Not a good time at all. Short week on the road after that tough Monday night game against the Patriots. Not good for the Bills at all. I'm going to go with the rematch, the Sunday night game from a couple of weeks ago, the Ravens and the Browns. This is the first time that the Ravens are ever, with Lamar Jackson at quarterback, underdogs against the Browns. Lamar Jackson versus the Browns defense. And we've seen, and Mike Tomlin talked about this last week, the cat and mouse game that you play with the Ravens offense. That Thursday night game a few weeks back, the Dolphins blitzing Lamar Jackson repeatedly. Then the Browns played their regular defense more, and you'd say, what to expect? What are you really doing here? And then he had the day against the Steelers where he wasn't spectacular. This guy was an MVP 2 years ago. What are the Browns going to do? Are they going to show him similar looks to what they saw on Sunday night?
Right.
Are they going to mix it up? Are they going to bring the house? What are they going to do? And is it going to knock Lamar Jackson off his game? Because it's not quite one-man band, but
it's not far from
it. It's not what it was 2 years ago.
No.
And that offense is struggling every week to put up points.
Yeah, 100%. You're right. It's and I know we've talked about this a lot. Even 5 weeks ago when they were really good, there were still like questions where you go, man, can they continue to play and be consistent this way? They were winning by the skin of their teeth, and there's some issues there. And, you're right. I mean, the Browns, what will they do? Will they decide to blitz more? They have the personnel to contain Lamar Jackson and the speed on the edge and the speed at linebacker to contain him. We'll see if they can not screw it up themselves a little bit like they did on that Sunday Night Football game and lost. I'm going to a similar theme that we've both have picked here again. One of the big games, Monday Night Football, Rams Cardinals. I'm going to go the same thing. Kyler Murray versus the Rams pass rush. I don't mean to be repetitive, but to me it's a big thing. I mean, the Rams pass rush, where the hell is it? Where the hell is the Rams pass rush? I mean, I'm not sure, but I don't think Von Miller's got a sack there yet, right? I mean, Aaron Donald, as you see, he's not quite as dominant as years past. He's still awesome, but he's no longer the slam dunk NFL defensive MVP. Leonard Floyd. I mean, I'm a little underwhelmed by them so far, all of them. They got to get after Kyler Murray. If they don't get after Kyler Murray and contain him and put pressure on him, they're not going to win the football game. They're not, and I'm disappointed in that pass rush to this point.
I'm going to another rematch of a Sunday night game when we saw the Chiefs against the Raiders in Las Vegas a few weeks back. One of the things that decided it for me was Andy Reid versus Rich Bisaccia, the guy who was never a head coaching candidate anywhere, and he was in the right place at the wrong time for John Gruden. But I go back to Reid Bisaccia. I think that's one of the and this is no disrespect intended to Rich Bisaccia, but he would have never gotten that job. If John Gruden had been fired when they first found out or pushed out when they first found out about the emails, they wouldn't have hired Rich Bisaccia to be the coach. It was just the guy they tapped on the shoulder when they had no other alternative. And the other extra little kick for Andy Reid, they were pissed off last year when the Raiders won and did the buses around the stadium.
Yeah, right.
They haven't forgotten that.
No.
So that I got a feeling that one's going to be ugly too. Let's take a break. We'll do round 3. Chris, what do you got round 3?
I'm going to go Bengals D-line versus 49ers O-line, 49ers rushing game. 49ers got the 7th-ranked rushing offense in football. Bengals got the 4th-ranked rushing defense in football. To me, that's going to go a long way to win the football. As you saw last week, the 49ers, if they can't dominate in the run game, it just, then we got to rely on Jimmy G. He makes 2 bad mistakes. I mean, if the Bengals can somewhat handle the 49ers run game, and I don't know if we're going to see Deebo Samuel this week, I think that's going to be go a long way to them winning this football game at home, and I believe they're underdogs to the 49ers at home.
I'll give the Sunday night game a little love. The Bears quarterback Justin Fields, who's returning from the rib injury against the Green Bay defense. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated to see. Hey, if the Bears are going to have a chance to reverse the ownership of Aaron Rodgers of the Chicago franchise, Justin Fields is going to be the guy who kind of starts that trend, because this is going to be, for a while now, presumably, Justin Fields is the guy against the Packers. Let's see what he can do in his first shot. All right.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.